best catch of the day yesterday?
I mean, come on, man. We're talking about the thick six right here by Jeffrey Simmons. I mean, how often do you have a defensive lineman that goes out here and runs routes, Rex? Like, come on. Not only was he running routes, but he was making adjustments as Cam Ward was scrambling around. Look at that. Look at this man. He actually stayed inbounds.
Rex, how about that? He throws his hand up in the air. I mean, he actually...
unbelievable. And he found the open space and all that work with his quarterback. I mean, this dude. I love this guy. I love it.
This is a team that has thrown very few touchdowns. By the way, they were winning. People would be talking more about Jeffrey Simmons, one of the great defensive players.
No question.
Incredible.
No
Pretty good wide receiver, too. All of a sudden, looks like he might be their tight end. Rex, what was the best interception in the NFL history?
Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Because this one right here, Jordan Love, who, by the way, is killing it lately. Just a tad underthrown, but look at Surtain make up ground and ends up diving out, leaping out, and making this catch. Like, this is a big time. And this one changed the game.
Yep.
This one absolutely changed the game. And this was our defensive player of the year last year, and he's still playing at a huge level. And by the way, his teammates are playing at an incredible level as well. But Patrick Surtain, this interception, without question.
So much of our conversation on this game, we opened the show with this game, but because of the Micah Parsons injury, and that obviously is, in the big picture, the biggest thing that comes out of it. However, the other side of it, the Broncos, that is a statement win at home.
Yep.
All they do is win. We thought going into, and by we, I mean me, I thought going into yesterday, the Patriots were going to win, and the Broncos were going to lose, and we're going to be looking at New England as the team to beat in the AFC. The reverse happens. Josh Allen comes all the way back to beat the Patriots. What do we say about the Broncos? They're the one seed right now. Are they the team to beat in the AFC?
I think they are. They absolutely, with their defense is obviously one of the best in the league. But now, I don't know if not a lot of people are saying this. Bo Nix is playing well.
Yeah.
Bo Nix played fantastic yesterday against the Green Bay Packers, and I think if Bo Nix continues to play this way, the Broncos will represent the AFC.
Yeah, look, I mean, Bo Nix was outstanding, over 300 yards passing in this game, but you got to watch out for one team I've been talking about the last 2 weeks. That's the Houston Texans.
Yep.
They're not even in there yet, but if they get in, watch out.
But let me say this about the Denver Broncos. Not only are they winning, but a few years ago, they were irrelevant. Nobody was talking about them. And they had to move on from Russell Wilson and absorb over $80 million in dead cap money that still is hanging against their salary cap right now. Not only are they the current one seed in the AFC, but they've done it in improbable fashion against all odds in a way that most teams could not overcome. So the Broncos right now are feeling awful good about themselves. D. Wood, last one. What was the best throw you saw in the NFL yesterday?
How about Caleb Williams? I mean, folks, I don't know if people saw this play. Look at this throw. Look at this throw by Caleb. I mean,
wow.
You could say, is there a little bit of luck in there? But Caleb been making these type of throws all season long. I mean, that's an absolute seed right there to DJ Moore. He played well. Caleb played very well yesterday.
Here's what I say about the Bears, Rex, and you tell me what you think of this. They're ahead of schedule, right? We thought next year would be their year, but all the conversations we're having this morning, you never know what the injuries, you never know what might happen. This is their chance. They get the Packers in their own building in Chicago Saturday night. Packers lose Micah Parsons. We spent the beginning of this hour talking about all the players the Packers have lost. Everybody looks imperfect right now. I think if you're the Bears, you have to go into this thing right now thinking, this is not house money. Why not us? Why can't this be their year?
Oh, 100%. And that injury to Micah Parsons leveled the playing field. And so to me, absolutely, you're sitting back, are they ahead of schedule? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They're way ahead of schedule. Grinny, I remember you saying, it'll be a successful season if we see improvement from Caleb Wood. Well, go ahead and check that box. I mean,
but they run the ball better than any team in the league. And I don't care where they have to play in the playoffs. And oh, by the way, they may wind up winning the division. They're still very much in it to be the one seed. But I don't care where you play.
One seed.
They could be easily. They have 4 losses right now.
I know.
Sitting
It's
right
amazing
there.
to think about.
And they do the things that you do. Primarily, they run the hell out of the ball, and that's what it takes. Who am I talking to?
It's amazing, but coaching matters. The thing is right here, that was the big move. They got the great coach. and they improved. Every one of their players improved. And by the way, they had a plan, and they go in, they hit on every one of those free agent offensive linemen. It went from a weakness to a strength, and that's why they're in the position they're in.
They have been the team that seemed to get almost everything wrong for a long time. It looks like right now, all these decisions they made in the offseason, they look like the team that got everything right.
Talk about a lot of teams. They set it up to protect, build around their franchise quarterback to make him happy. Who hasn't done that?
A lot of these other teams, Cincinnati and these others. Okay, as we continue, he also tore the ACL in his left knee. This came during the third quarter of Green Bay's loss to the Broncos. Parsons transformed this Packer defense overnight. It will be very hard to replace his impact. You look at the sack numbers, and they are one part of the story, but they are by no means the whole story. Micah Parsons had 66 pass rush wins this year, one less than the next 5 players on his team combined. No player was more responsible for a higher percentage of his team's total pressures than Parsons was for the Packers. And so, D. Wood, another grand pronouncement from you. What was Green Bay and what are they now?
They're still a good football team. I don't think they're super team. Because when I look at Michael Parsons, he is such a force multiplier. Because of the energy and the attention that he draws, it allows other players, particularly on their defense, to be that much more successful. And so when you talk about this NFC, you talk about the Rams and other teams that's in that conference, the difference is in the margins. And when you take away a superstar player like Michael Parsons, it can mean all the difference.
What do we know, Chef Team?
Well, we know that he did tear his ACL. Obviously, there'll be an MRI today to confirm it. I hate to say this, but you watch this sport long enough and you watch a player reach for his knee in a certain way, and you could almost see from the moment he does it. Like, I saw that, I'm like, he just tore his ACL.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Yep. I mean, it's not hard to figure out, and it's terrible to watch. It seems like it's happening with more and more frequency. They lose one of the 2 or 3 best defensive players in all of football. The guy that they traded for to put them over the top, to make the difference. They don't have their difference.
And he was.
And he was.
Yeah.
And
you know, like,
it worked.
He can't put them over the top. And again, it's not just that is the most devastating by far. But they already lost Tucker Kraft,
right,
at tight end to a torn ACL. Christian Watson hurt his chest yesterday. They don't think it's serious.
This is who they've lost.
But look at
it's a nightmare season.
Just yesterday, Parsons, Watson, Zach Tom, and everyone. That was yesterday. Not to mention the 3 previous guys that are already on IR.
So they play the Bears on Saturday night in Chicago. That game could very well decide the division. It certainly will determine the division lead at the moment. What the Packers do have going for them is a quarterback who is red hot right now. Dan, can Jordan Love still carry this Packer team through a loaded NFC playoffs?
There's no question that he can. I thought yesterday, too many misses in critical, huge moments. And when you're playing against good defenses, great defenses, you can't have that. This is 3rd and 6 in the red zone. Against a great defense on the road, top of the screen, balls to come out now to Romeo Doubs. Doubs wins. He wins. You cannot miss that throw if you're Jordan Love. You're too good of a player. And then there's 2 interceptions in this game. One is, no question, a great play. This is bottom of the screen. Christian Watson, who got banged up yesterday. This is an outstanding interception by Patrick Surtain Jr. I'd also tell you this ball's a yard short. If I'm being candid about Jordan Love, I've seen him place the ball perfectly. He's got green grass down the field, the safety stays low. Throw this ball out there and let the big guy go get it. But he's reaching back for it, and Surtain is able to undercut and chase it down. And then the one that kind of ends the game can have a little crossing route. Jordan gets away with this at times. He's falling back, kind of drifting away, sidearm throw. There's green space there. See where it is on the receiver. It's behind him. And then that ball gets popped up in the air and picked. And so I'm not telling everybody this is the consistent thing, but if they're going to make up for some of these injuries, you can't have those misses.
So, Rex, yesterday we finished Sunday NFL Countdown picking our games, all the games of the day, and I picked the Packers in this game, and I said, I believe the Packers are the team to beat. Now I believe they will be the team in the NFC in the Super Bowl, and I think we all agree the injury to Micah Parsons changes that. So, what are the Packers now when you look at them compared to the Rams, Seahawks, whoever else it is you want to put at the very top of the conference? Can the Packers, with the guy that Jordan Love you're starting to fall a little bit in love with, can the Packers still make the deep run?
they can make a deep run, but quite honestly, the first thing that came to my mind is this is Detroit of this year.
Yep.
Where Detroit was the best team in the league, had they stayed healthy. I think Green Bay, you can make that argument.
No question.
Okay. However, the Micah Parsons the injury is absolutely enormous. This man, 64 pressures. That's 11 more than any other player in the league. And by the way, he's doubled an enormous amount of times.
Yeah.
Like his presence, I said it was the worst trade in history of the NFL because I knew what they were getting. Now he's gone. You got a right tackle, and you got all these things.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me last year of Detroit so much. And what happened to Detroit? They had the best record in football, get kicked out in the first meeting.
And this defense is built on pressure. There's defenses that aren't necessarily. This is a defense that if you take the pressure element away, it's an okay defense. It's a fine defense, but there's nothing really that scares you about it. They play a certain coverage style that wants to allow you to do that. Hold on to the football, allow Parsons or somebody else because of Micah to go in. Not having Micah there, it's a Super Bowl impact loss.
Look, they had a window. They traded for a guy to put them over the top. He can't get it done. And now it's interesting to me that we had the Packers go out and trade for Micah Parsons. We had the Colts go out and trade for Sauce Gardner. And both